Now, I mentioned in my last couple of videos that Devin and I are preparing for some guests. We're going to have a barbecue, a special harvest feast with many items from our garden. And I'm wondering, can you guess what we're about to make? If you said zucchini bread, you'd be right. Okay, now I'm sharing the recipes for all the food that we're going to be serving. So today is the zucchini bread recipe, and here's how we do that. Step one, we obviously need zucchini. You saw me shredding using a cheese shredder to shred it, so it's nice and light. And we can see that there's some juice already starting to settle at the bottom of the plate, which is great. We need lots of juice and liquid in this recipe. So that's step one. I'd say about 2 to 3 cups of shredded zucchini. Now, whenever I do any baking, I always have a separate container for the liquid, the wet ingredients, and a separate container for the dry. And then I mix the dry into the wet. We're going to begin with 1 cup of vegetable oil, 1 3/4 cups of white sugar. I always like to sprinkle a little brown sugar in there as well. 3 teaspoons vanilla extract. 1, 2, 3. 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. Zucchini. Now I always add my frozen berries at this stage to the wet ingredients. These are red currants from my garden. And a cup of frozen raspberries from my garden. Oh, silly me, I'm using the wrong size pot. I need a bigger one. There, that's better. In a separate bowl for the dry ingredients, we need 3.5 cups of flour. I always like to put in some wheat germ, 2 small handfuls of quick oats, a little bit less than a teaspoon of sea salt or regular salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 more teaspoon of baking powder, 3 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. 1, 2, 3. Now when I mix these ingredients together, I actually very slowly just use a whisk. Now that I've got my dry and my wet, before I mix them together, I turn this oven on to bake, 375, and then I get my baking pans ready. Now feel free to add chocolate chips, crushed walnut bits, whatever you want. Make the recipe your own. And 45 minutes later,